What'd you get? A little snook?
What's that?
What'd you get? A ladyfish. There's a lot of them around here.
A lot of bait fish jumping.
Oh yeah, that's a good sign. A lot of something jumping out there too.
You were out here yesterday, were you?
No, I didn't come out yesterday. Nope. Did you catch anything yesterday?
I got about a 22-inch snook.
Really? Look at them going over here.
Oh, I know.
They're really jumping out here. Man. All around us. There's a couple ospreys circling around out here. This is part 2 of my live feed. Roy called me here and left me a message. He's sitting at home with a flat tire, waiting for AAA to come out there. He needs to go get that darn tire fixed. He's just being so darn stubborn about it. We saw some nice colors there earlier in part 1 of my live feed. So I guess I can't listen to my voicemail messages during a live feed. But being Roy, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't anything serious. Well, that contrail there has just been hanging out over us all morning this morning. I've been watching that. When I started out here this morning, it was 76 degrees. Expecting today's high to reach up to 92. Yesterday we broke the record for a high in Naples. It was 94. We broke the record. 94 in Naples and snowing in Chicago. Somewhere I heard it was, with the wind chill factor, felt like it was minus 27 somewhere today. Minus 27. Ugh. Beautiful. This is the time of year, though, that you really start to appreciate living down here. When you start hearing about the snow falling up north. It's pretty to look at from inside, sitting by the fireplace. But I'll take sand over snow any day. Give me my beach. Boy, some nice cockle shells have washed up on the beach. With those waves we had, some nice cockles have been washing up. It's a nice size one there. Beautiful colors. The cockle shell. Dang, gnats right into my mouth. Picked up a little moon shell, nice little shark eye earlier, right before I lost my connection. Nice little moon shell. That was way up high on the beach too. Shark eye or moon shell. I think some people call them cat's eyes. Beautiful shells, one of my favorites. Excuse me. Let's see if there's anything else up here. a couple boats out here. Some guys coming in. There's a boat out in the pass. You can look to the right, a little boat. That's an osprey there, for sure, right there. He's coming right up over me. Whoa, couldn't keep with him there. He came right up, right over my head. There went a second one. There's the osprey. Seagulls. How many ospreys are out here this morning? Let's see. One just landing on the beach. Oh, he just took something off the beach. He just came over here and grabbed something off the beach. Well, if you're just tuning in, we won't be seeing Roy. He's sitting at home with a flat tire again. Sitting at home with a flat tire. One of these days, hopefully he'll break down and get that thing fixed. What's happened with his car is the air's leaking out around the rim. It's not getting a good seal around his rim. He's hit the curb so many times that he's dinged up his rim and can't get a good seal on the tire. And I'm sure the rims for those old Cadillacs aren't cheap. If he can even find a matching one somewhere, that would be the challenge. If you enjoy our time together in the mornings here, hit that share button. Invite your friends to join along with us. Well, there's a little baby. Looks like a little baby snowy egret right here. Very, very tiny. Got a little baby and then a great right next to it. Oh, and the little one just took off. I don't see Pinky. There's a few birds lining up over on the other side of the pass, but no Pinky. I haven't seen Pinky for a while. See any of our dolphins, any of our dolphin buddies yet either. There's some pelicans coming in, more pelicans over there. Must be a nice little school of fish over there. Always fun doing some bird watching out here in the morning. The seagulls are starting to show up now. Starting to see some gulls. There's the glow. Our sun will be popping up over the trees here pretty soon. Well, let's start walking down the beach. See what we can find. See what all's out here. With the birds just going after all the little fish over here. Just diving in all around after them. Boy, there's a lot of pelicans over here. Hey, Cindy.
I heard he had a flat tire, huh?
Yep,
Okay.
sitting at home with a flat tire.
All right.
Waiting for AAA.
Okay. Well, why not?
There you go.
All right.
One of these mornings. One of these days he'll fix it.
The water is so beautiful.
Is it? I haven't really gotten a good
When
look
you're
at it
down
yet.
there,
Uh-huh.
It's purple.
Really?
It's beautiful. Yeah. I'm going to go around, hang us out.
Okay. Can you hear the seagulls when they dive into the water? Can you hear them, the splash? Wow. There's so many seagulls out here now. They're just coming from everywhere. Especially over on the other side where those pelicans were. I don't know if you can see them flying around over there. It's just so neat watching the birds out here in the morning. So peaceful. Well, let's start heading down the beach. The tide is still slowly going out here. 9:30 is our low tide. Got a little sandbar starting to appear over here. A little island. A look back at Wiggins Pass. Well, it looks like we can walk down along the water by the trees here this morning. The tide is really getting low. Morning.
Morning.
Looks like a good morning out here. You finding anything?
Just a couple.
Really?
They're small. You know, we haven't found very big ones at all.
Really?
Back. A bunch of small ones. A couple medium ones.
Medium, but no whoppers.
No whoppers. Now my daughter, like I told you, she was finding some nice.
Uh-huh.
But you know what? Each day's a
Absolutely.
different day.
With these tides the way they've been, I'm surprised you're not finding stuff out here in the water.
Probably these things are not working very well.
Yeah, I know how that goes. The water looks good here. The water is looking good. Very, very shallow right now. Very shallow up here. The water's just above my ankles out here. Extreme low tide. There's an osprey sitting up in the tree over there. Sitting right out on that little branch, right there at the tip of that branch is an osprey. Hey, if you guys enjoy these walks, hit that share button. Invite your friends to tag along with us. And if you like what you see and you're feeling generous, tips are always appreciated. Welcome, needed, appreciated. I do thank you, those of you that have sent something. You can find a link to my PayPal account if you want to send a little tip. I do appreciate it. The link is in the description of this post here, along with some other links to some of our friends' businesses here in town. Boy, it is really shallow here. And look up here. Look at this. Look up here in front of me. It's dry ground up here in front of me. This is normally underwater up here, but it looks like there was some sand pushed up into here, and this is where we'd be seeing all the little fish all swimming around by these trees and everything. Remember that? Look how high they are. Look how high up on the beach they are now. We'd watch the fish swimming around here. Swimming underneath the trees. Man, has this changed a lot. Just incredible. There's some dolphins way out, playing around offshore. See them out there? They're way out there. The water's so shallow they can't come in here right now. There's a couple of them, at least a couple of them out there. They are very, very far out. Where'd they go? Now they're way over here. Making their way down to the south. I don't know if we're going to see them. They're way out there. I know you saw them just a minute ago. But I don't think they can get in very close this morning to us. Yeah, they're out there somewhere, making their way down the beach. But like I said, it is very, very shallow out here. Good morning. Look at here. Look how high up on the beach the trees are. Remember, we would be walking, the water would be up under those trees there, those dead trees. Look at that. Just incredible. The trees are up on dry land now. Excuse me. Got something tickling my throat, and it's not red tide. Just incredible. Beautiful out here. Good morning. Yeah, I can't get it out. I think it's that gnat I swallowed earlier this morning. Excuse me. Look at this huge sandbar all the way down the beach this morning. Some white ibises, 4 white ibises, doing their ibis thing here, probing the sand with those big orange beaks. Looking for anything they can find to eat. The old steel manatee's out here sticking its nose up this morning. That's for sure. In this shallow water. Can you see it out there? Can you see the old steel manatee sticking its nose up? I'm walking right straight towards it. That is so funny. So many people see that sticking up out of the water and mistake it for a dolphin or a manatee sticking its nose up. And they stand on the beach watching it. taking pictures. It's just a piece of an old steel box or drum that fell off a boat years and years ago and just been out here slowly rotting away. The nose of the old steel manatee. That's an up-close look at it. It fooled Roy and I a couple times. That's out here off Area 5. It's almost, if you can see back here, look back. If you look closely, there's the warning flags up in Area 5. It's almost directly out in front of those. It's a little south of those. If you stand there looking out in the water, it's a little to the left. That osprey's still sitting up in that pine tree there. Just amazing how shallow it is right now. Look at all that beach, all that sandbar. We're not at low tide yet. Low tide is at 9:30. How much further out is it gonna go? We've had some extreme tides here over the past few days. So far I'm not smelling anything, any red tide. Haven't seen any dead fish. They did find another dead sea turtle washed up on Vanderbilt Beach last night. Late yesterday afternoon. Very sad, very sad. That makes 52 since October 4th. 52. Very sad. I think it was another Kemp's Ridley on top of that. I'm not sure, but I think that's what it was. The most endangered, the rarest sea turtle we have right now, the Kemp's Ridley. Well, it's been a while since I've walked out this far on dry land. Pretty darn amazing how Mother Nature works. Still seeing clumps of that red drift algae here too. Still seeing clumps of that on the beach. There's a look back up the beach. A lot of beach here this morning. A lot. I think Roy's going to make it out here. Hopefully they're able to get his tire fixed. But then again, maybe not. Hopefully they could get it seated on the rim. You can see some of the red drift algae here in front of me. Not to be mixed up and confused with the red algae bloom that we call red tide. Two beach walk videos this morning too. Part one's got our pre-sunrise, our colors of dawn. Then I had to check my voicemail to see what was cooking with Roy, and I lost my connection when I did that. I had to start a second one. But I'm glad Roy called and left a message, let us know where he's at and what was going on. Yeah, there's one dead fish here on the beach. One dead fish down here. That's the first one I've seen. That one looks like it's been out floating in the water for a while. I have yet to smell any red tide here at Del Norwiggins, up at the north end of the park here. The water's definitely starting to calm down. I don't know where those dolphins went that we saw earlier. Again, they were pretty far offshore. It's very shallow here right now. Here's a big clump of red drift algae here. Big clump of it. There's a lot of it in the water right here too. This is down towards the south end of Area 4, but you can see it all out in the water here, the dark clumps. Boy, I was thinking I was going to be seeing a lot of shells with this low tide like it is. Boy, a lot of algae here. It started in about the middle of Area 4 and south. Oh, no Dexter this morning. No Dexter out here this morning. Haven't seen Dexter yet. Yeah, I want to just thank all of my friends here, my followers, my supporters. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Thanks for being a friend. Anybody that's just joining for the very first time, just watching, please introduce yourself to the group here. Let everyone know where you're watching from. If you're watching a replay of this video on YouTube, you should really consider watching live in the mornings with us on Facebook so you can interact with all these wonderful people that follow me. A really good group of people here. Sharing, caring, friendly folks. we all kind of look out for each other. This has kind of turned into a more little morning support group here. There's been a lot of great friendships made during these beach walks. Not just online friendships, but personal friendships. I know I've gotten to meet quite a few of our followers in person here at the beach. And that is always fun. Roy really enjoys that too, meeting you guys when you come out here. If you ever make it to Southwest Florida, please make sure you stop by. And if you don't catch me in the morning, at least swing by and let Roy give you a hug. Yesterday he had some friends here and they wanted to hear the harmonica. He had to break out his harmonica for him. I hope I get to see him this morning. But a lot of algae here. Look at it all. Well, there's a lot down here. This is area 3 now. I'm just at the north end of area 3. Still not smelling any red tide. That's good. That's the good news. Not smelling any of that dirty old red tide here. Not seeing any dead fish on the beach. Looking pretty good so far this morning here at Del Norwiggins. At least the northern half of the park, other than this algae, is just an eyesore, this stuff on the beach. It's not harmful to humans, it's just an eyesore, and it gets pretty stinky as it rots away. Haven't seen my buddy Gary out here lately, out at the beach. There's some dolphins down here to the south of me playing offshore. I don't think I'm going to be able to catch up to them. They're way down to the south of me. I'm going to try to zoom in from here. You might see them. There they are. See them up? They're way, way out there. Way down there. See if they come up again. There they are. See them? Just little up in the top of the screen, top center. Just little spots coming up there. There they are. I'll see if I can get down there before they swim away. They're way down there. It's those same two we saw earlier. They just can't get in too close. I think it's just too shallow here this morning. Although we've seen them in some really shallow water. But the sand up here on the beach is really soft. Sinking way down into it. Now I don't see the dolphins. They had stopped there just to play for a little bit, it looked like, and they must be heading back down the beach. Now I don't see them. Where did you guys go? I don't know if you saw them there in that shot or not. Like I said, they're way off in the distance. You can see little black dots coming up out of the water. I don't know where they went. Boy, a lot of red drift algae here, a lot out in the water along the shore. The water's just black with it over here. Well, I lost sight of the dolphins. They must have gone south. Like the Miami Dolphins. I was hoping they were going to come down here and turn around and come back up the beach. Put on a little show for us. But I guess not. It's amazing how they can just disappear on you. Well, I gotta turn around and start heading back the other way. Here's Cindy making her way back up the beach. Well, I do not see the dolphins. They disappeared from sight here. They must have went way down the beach on me. Darn it. But we did get a peek at a couple of them. Just a little peek now and then. Let's start walking back up the beach. Making our way back up to where we started. Up in Area 5. Hey, if you like what you see and you're feeling generous, tips are always appreciated. That little extra money goes a long way right now as I anticipate our season down here. Another couple months until we get into full swing. Boy, the sand is soft out here. I'm just sinking down into it. Very hard to walk. There's Dexter. I see Dexter up the beach here. Talking to Cindy. He must have passed me by while I was out in the water by the trees up there in Area 5. He probably passed by on the trail. Getting a good workout this morning. Check in with Dexter, see if there was anything interesting down on Vanderbilt. Hopefully he doesn't have anything bad to report to us. Good morning, Dexter. How you doing today?
Fine, thank you. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. I turned the camera away from you. It's not. I'm not being rude. It's just it picks up your voice better when we talk.
That's fine.
But anything interesting on Vanderbilt?
Well, no, we saw 2 dolphins up in Area 5.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah,
I saw 2 out here.
Okay.
I did see 2 up there, and I think they were the same ones came down here.
But yeah, I didn't see anything interesting down that way. They cleaned the beach off, though it looks good down there. But a lot of
stuff. The red algae here.
Yeah.
I guess there was another dead turtle on Vanderbilt late yesterday afternoon. They found it.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see it yesterday.
Yeah.
Huh. That's
Sad. They said they're up to 52 now. And since October 4th. What was it the other day? 49 or 49, so 3 more, yeah.
Wow.
Very sad.
Yeah. So, it's a beautiful morning, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Really low tide, huh?
Oh, it's real low.
Was it like this yesterday, the tide?
Yep,
was it
same.
this low?
Yep, it was.
Was it calm like this?
Yeah, yep.
Was all this stuff here?
Yeah, yesterday was actually worse. The
algae was worse yesterday?
Yeah. So.
Well, unfortunately, I think it's here to stay.
I think so, too.
I don't think we're going to be able to get rid of it, but...
No, I think it'll be here for a while.
Usually it takes about a week for it to rot, to decay or whatever, decompose, but... Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad you didn't give me any bad news.
No, no bad news.
Nothing bad down there.
That's for sure.
You didn't see any dead fish, did you?
Nope,
What'd the water look like down there, could you?
It didn't look too bad today.
Not too bad?
No, yeah.
Okay, good.
Good.
I'm not smelling anything. I have not.
No, I didn't have any trouble coughing or sneezing.
No
or
coughing.
like that,
Yep.
So,
all right.
good.
That's good news.
Okay,
all right.
See you tomorrow.
All right, Dexter. Take care. Well, that's good. He said no problems breathing as he walked up from the north end of Vanderbilt all the way up here to the Wiggins Pass. No coughing. Is this red tide going to finally go away? I guess we're going to get the answer to that when they take their next water samplings, when they do the next tests. I went on Florida Fish and Wildlife's website, and the map is still from October 25th. No new map. We're down in Area 2 right now at the north end of Area 2. No osprey up here. A lot of times we'd see an osprey sitting up in this pine tree here. Try and get up on some hard sand here. So Dexter, we saw those 2 dolphins down here. Dexter saw a couple up at the north end, so that was cool. There's a bunch of ibises walking up on the beach over here. Bunch of ibises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them over here. 6 of them up on the beach. Actually, they say the red tide, really, the water temperature has to get below like 76 to really make a difference for the red tide, which, when does that happen here? When does the water get to 76? Right now, our water is just a bit on the warm side for this time of year, still at 84. Still warm. The Gulf is still warm. It's still hurricane season. But I think we're out of the woods, knock on wood. I think we're out of the woods when it comes to hurricanes. But we're not out of the woods when it comes to warm weather. Ugh. Just crazy warm here. Expecting it to be 92 today. That's what they were expecting yesterday, 92, and we wound up hitting 94 and breaking a record. Beautiful fall weather. 94 degrees. I see some fish swimming. I see the water swirling around, a school of fish out here. I really like to see those dolphins. And as you can see, we are having a pretty low tide today. The tide is still creeping out. Beautiful blue sky though today, beautiful blue sky. It's just gorgeous. The water is still not pristine yet. It is not crystal clear. It's not horrible, but it is not perfect. You can see the clumps of algae out here. Nothing that's gonna hurt you though. Have a wonderful day. Thanks. Beautiful, beautiful sky this morning, just beautiful. Love that beautiful blue sky. I don't see Roy's chair up there. Let me see here. It's kind of hard to see over the crest up here. No, I don't see him. Well, hopefully he'll get here before I leave this morning. There's a good look at the low tide now. Pretty amazing how this beach changes, isn't it? Just constantly changing, constantly. That's neat, the water running out here, trickling out, making its way back into the Gulf. It's made a little channel here on the sandbar. Well, I was hoping to see those dolphins coming back. I know they're out there. We've seen them. We've gotten a couple glimpses of them this morning. Look at that low tide. Look at all that beach out here now. I love those ripples in the sand. Here's another one of my favorite things. When the water gets caught like this, the reflections of the trees. I love those reflections. Isn't that beautiful? That is just such a beautiful image right there. Absolutely gorgeous. Now I don't see the old steel manatee poking its nose up at me. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's the old steel manatee. Well, it's time to wrap it up here. Thanks for following along. I hope you enjoyed this morning's walk. We did get a glimpse of a couple dolphins. That was nice. We got to see the old steel manatee out here this morning. The old steel manatee, you probably want to check that out. The old steel manatee sticking its nose out at us. It's right over here to my left. We'll end with another peek at the old steel manatee. See it sticking up over there? That has fooled many a person out here. Many a person has thought that was a manatee sticking its nose up or a dolphin sticking its fin up. The old steel manatee. There it is. Well, thank you for watching. Hey, if you're feeling generous, remember, tips are always appreciated and welcomed and needed this time of year. I do thank those of you that have sent something. Thanks for being a friend, a follower, a supporter. If you're not a supporter, you got to be a supporter by tomorrow, the end of the day tomorrow, if you want to be eligible for that drawing for a one-year membership to Friends of Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park. Supporters only. If you are a supporter, your name will be put in the hat. But you have to sign up by the end of the day tomorrow, before the end of the day tomorrow. Well, there you have it. Beautiful blue sky, another beautiful day in paradise. Red tide, not so bad. Waiting for the latest update on that. Hey, thanks for watching. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. God bless.